Welcome back to the Table of Truth here at Faith on Fire, not Man on Fire.
No, that's a different conference.
That's a different conference. Faith on Fire here at the Ark. You got me all messed up. It's the Ark Encounter here in Kentucky. The room is now full of men, and it is just an exciting time here. But these are my favorite interviews. I'm Kelly Love. We got Roy Baldwin, and we got AJ Broman.
Yes.
You're like the bro man. I love it.
Dude,
AJ is a Freedom Rangeman. And these are my favorite interviews. AJ, how's it going? Thanks for being here.
It's a great day. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Fantastic. Tell us your stats. How long you been in trail life? How old are you? All the things.
So I am 22 years old. I joined Trail Life back in 2013-14 when Trail Life started. My entire troop switched over from being a BSA troop, the organization that shall not be named, to a Trail Life troop. And so I went all the way through the Navigator and Adventurer program, earned my Freedom Award in 2021, and then I have stayed on both with my troop and also with the region because I see the value of the organization.
That's awesome.
And so I serve as an adventurer trail guide, adventure advisor, and then I help mentor other guys who are going after the Freedom Award in my local community.
Fantastic. Anybody you want to throw a shout out to?
I don't see anybody right now.
Well, not necessarily here. Like all your boys from the troop or anything.
If anybody from Troop 13 is watching, they're probably wondering how in the world I got on here, and they're probably chanting a nickname that I don't want to share on air.
Okay. That shall not be named.
So what are you? So obviously you're super involved in trail life, but what else is going on in your life? Like what other things are filling up your time?
So I'm very involved in my church. I think a lot of people are, and then I work full time as a lead foreman, project manager, and business operations guy for a local handyman general contracting company here in Northern Kentucky.
Awesome.
I actually got my job by my boss sitting on my Freedom Award Board of Review. He heard that I wanted to go into the trades, and 2 weeks later offered me a job. So, you want to know how trail life ties into my story? It's basically defines everywhere that I'm at today.
Wow. So, man, that is fantastic. So, trail life is built around these three core kind of principles: adventure, character, leadership. So I want to take each one really quickly, and I want you to share, because there's some moms of young boys who are going to be watching this at some point in the future or now. And there's dads who are watching it. And so I'd love for you to just kind of explain, like, let's start with adventure. What's the best adventure that you've been on at Trail Life?
That's hard because I've been on a lot. Probably my favorite is I went on a canoe adventure for a week in Boundary Waters in Ely, Minnesota. I've been there twice, and I went for the second time a few years ago with all the buddies that I'd kind of grown up in trail life with, and we had a week-long canoe fishing adventure. We caught like 150 fish between all of us, and it was just a great time to be outdoors in God's creation, and a great time.
Was that the food source?
It was not the food source. It added to the food source.
Okay.
That's awesome, man.
We did fillet fish a number of times, caught some bass and then some northern pike.
Oh, gosh.
It was a lot of fun.
Dude, that's a trip you'll remember your whole life.
Absolutely. It was a great week, great guys to hang out with. I knew their dads, I knew all the boys, and it was a great opportunity to spend some more time with them before we all graduated out of the program.
So what's that brotherhood like that those adventures kind of create?
It's one thing to be friends in everyday life, and it's another to be doing life together in the backcountry.
Oh, that's good.
You're cooking together, you're sleeping together, you're hiking together, and it's a quiet environment away from technology and the distractions of the world, and so you really have the chance to bond with these brothers around you. And so it's a really unique opportunity to learn more about them, talk about everything from theology to practical life. I mean,
That's great.
It's a great time.
Nobody's talking about girls. No.
Maybe a little bit. Mainly, maybe giving each other a hard time about significant
Yeah.
others.
Yeah,
that's great.
absolutely. Character. Like one of the things I've been most impressed about with all the Freedom Rangemen that I've met in the last 2 years is just young men of character, just really strong character. Like you got a whole lot of life going on right now. You don't need to be volunteering for a regional thing, but yet you choose to do that.
Yeah.
Right. How has your character been developed through trail life?
That's a great question. I mean, it's developed primarily by the people before us who are setting examples. Our troop leadership, the other dads in the program, showing us what true character means, reading about it in scripture and living it out in everyday life. And trail life really supports building godly young men of character through the badge work, through the camping, through the adventure and the leadership as well. So I don't know if that answers your question or not, but
If I could, when I think about character, oftentimes it is formed through the challenge, right? I think about the grit and resilience. Any stories about I have many, Roy, but talk about one that really has shaped your character.
I was on a backpacking adventure in the Adirondacks of New York.
Oh gosh, that's awesome.
And it rained for 5 days straight. And the times that are rough are when character is frequently defined. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of the crews struggled with, do we give up? Do we push through? Do we just sit in damp clothing around the campfire because we can't dry out? And so that was a great example of when character was tested and proven, and we persevered through it. We kept going, we didn't give up, and we kept on hiking. So
that's great. Yeah, because it's not just you experiencing character development, it's the brothers that are also working through their own character development too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, that's it. Well, yeah, I mean, we like throwing that on a t-shirt, but it is those shared experiences when you're challenged that allows that sharpening to actually makes it super practical versus theoretical or theological. It really becomes alive.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Trail Life does that, right? Trail Life has provided you that ability to do all that.
Yep. It's been one of the greatest things I've ever been involved in.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So Trail Life, we could be your son's friction too for the sharpening.
That's great.
That's fantastic. I love the fact that a lot of times we may equate character with characteristics.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's not what it is, right?
It's not.
Yeah, at all.
Well, or grow, or how we want to grow in wisdom, like we think about, but wisdom is just knowledge applied. And a big part of wisdom is actually the character. So it's not even just the information or knowledge being applied. It's who we are becoming in that process too. And that's why I think what I love so much, AJ, when I hear the stories, that it's not separate from Christ, but it is in Christ. And he really is that foundational piece and rock for all of us that ultimately gives the guidance that we're looking for. And
100%.
everyone I talk with, like all the Freedom Rangemen, they understand. It's not just I learned that in a book. It's like, no, I've had to wrestle with these things. I've had to deal with these things personally and interpersonally with the other guys in my troop, that we love each other, but we don't always like each other, right? I'm sure 5 days in the Adirondacks in the rain, there were probably moments where, man, I love you in Christ, but dude, right?
Yep.
Bro.
100%.
I'm sure you've heard that a lot, bro, man.
I have.
That's like that's not the first time I've heard that, Roy.
So I'm interested. Do you have a funny story that you could share?
I have a couple. I don't know if I want to.
Well,
funny story. I don't know how many
you
people
could
are going to
defer.
see this.
You could defer. Say, I don't want to answer that. Plead the fifth.
Story.
Yeah, you could plead no comment.
I won't give the name.
That's good.
That's good. That's good.
The name I was given, but on that canoe trip actually that I mentioned, I got called out by the outfitter for helping out with showing how to portage a canoe, and I got labeled a nickname that I only got called for the entire rest of the trip, much to my chagrin. So, funny story for me there.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's good. Yeah, so so my family's my wife's family's from upstate New York, and I've done a lot of canoe and carry through the Adirondacks. There's nothing like it. That is such a great experience. It's a beautiful country. So
Yeah.
that's awesome.
So one of the things I've been most impressed with all the Freedom Arrangement we've had a chance to interview over the last couple of months is that they really are leaders. In fact, I've started, as I'm talking to guys, when I'm standing at the booth, I like, when your son earns his freedom, he's going to be one of the best leaders your community has turned out in the last 20 years. Like, because it's leadership that's been developed by doing, not just learning principles.
Absolutely.
So give us like, if you were going to tell someone about leadership and what it is, what would you say?
I think the best way to lead is to lead by example, and not just to say, hey, go, clean these dishes because you happen to be the one in authority to go tell this kid, but, lead by example. Go over and start cleaning the dishes yourselves. Lead by example. People in general don't want to follow someone who doesn't first lead themselves, and so lead by example. Lead with humbleness, and don't be afraid to step in wherever it's needed. That's the best kind of leader, and it doesn't have to be an official leadership position inside the troop. It doesn't have to be an official position within trail life to be able to lead young men, young boys, and all different kinds of things.
What's been one of the times, because trail life is this incredible thing where young men lead young men, right? And so you've also had to be a good follower in that process. How did becoming a good follower teach you to become a good leader?
You get to watch the mistakes other people make, and then get mentored along with them as they're figuring out leadership. You get to see the things that they do really well, the things that you would tweak, the things that you realize you wouldn't want to do.
Did you recognize that did you have that like actual thought process during the time, or was it something that you were able to reflect back on and realize?
Some of both.
Okay.
There were definitely, obviously, if I reflect on how I led, my troop over time, there's definitely some regrets there, some things I wish I would have done differently. But
Sure.
In the moment, I also realized, hey, this isn't the best way to lead, or hey, this is really working well, and then passing it on to the other guys so that they're equipped as well.
Well, I think for those not familiar with trail life, like trail life is, when we say we're boy focused, I mean, this is like we develop you. We're going to give you opportunities to fail, to discover about yourself. But that's how you learn. You learn through trying, and I think the way that we do our program and our process is that's what we do. Like, it's not like men are, we're not adult focused. We're not men focused. In that sense, where we're like, all right, boys, just watch us and see how awesome we are. No, it's like, no, we're going to give you the opportunities to figure it out.
Yeah,
Here's
you
the
have
problem,
to.
right?
You learn the best when you have the opportunity to first fail.
Yep.
Every success.
Say that again. That's good, man.
Every success is built off of plenty of failures up to that point.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Right. And it's not theory, right? I mean, you don't have to write, a book to discover that. And that's what I love. Like so the things I love, we give you the opportunity at a very young age to begin to understand and grasp that at a young age, and understanding that it's okay. And then you'll have men and other young men who will come alongside you and encourage you in that. So they don't like, oh, you're not worth anything to us, or you can't be a part of this. No, we're going to develop together. And then it's like, hey, let's try it. What could you have done differently? So there's always this process of learning, again, more about yourself, and then how you lead and instruct others, or be a better follower. So That's
AJ, I
awesome.
want to take this conversation a little bit differently, and so I want you to talk really quickly as we wrap up. 60 seconds. We had a conversation with a dad here, and he said, "I didn't have an example of what it meant to be out in the woods or wild at heart. I don't know how to do that. I want you as a freedom
that's good.
rangeman to talk to that dad and those dads about how trail life can impact that whole situation in his life where he didn't have the example, and what he can bring him and himself and his son to."
Yeah, I firmly believe that Trail Life is a program not only for the boys but also for the dads, and so he might not have had that example, but he can become that example. So, I mean, that's what Trail Life is all about.
It is,
And so
you're
he
right.
has the opportunity to come alongside, hopefully, a son in the program or a boy, and learn with him, be his mentor, learn the ropes with him, literally, and have that opportunity that he wishes he was given.
Yeah, fantastic, man.
That's so good, AJ.
Quotable, like
Yeah, that's good.
you. What did you say? You may not have had that example, but you can.
You can be that one.
You can be the example. That's awesome, man. AJ Broman, everybody, Freedom Rangeman. How old are you? Did you give us your age?
I don't know if I did. I'm 22.
22.
22 years old, leading in real life, leading in trail life. Just, man.
Only by God's grace. Sorry.
I'm out. He's too good. You're going to do this the rest of the day, okay?
That's so good, AJ.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, man. We
Thanks,
really
man.
appreciate
Absolutely. Tthanks for having me.
Thanks, AJ. All right, we'll be back. I'm just blown away by the quality of and again, I'm a verbal processor. Anyone who knows me knows that. I think what strikes me, Kelly, and we'll talk about you as if you weren't here. I think what is so impressive to me is like talking with a lot of our different freedom rangemen. This is what we hear.
Yeah.
And
Across the board.
And so when I think about what's in culture, and we have a culture right now that has a difficult time defining what a man and a woman is, a boy and girl, and we're fighting over all of those things and debating all of those things. Like there is no debate in our mind and heart at Trail Life what that looks like.
Right.
And we're unapologetic about it. Like we're not arrogant in that, but every time I interact, AJ, with you or Ari or Jackson yesterday, like I am so impressed about like what has been instilled in you, and it's not out of arrogance or pride. It's like I've done life in such a way that God is like I know who He is. And like I'm this is a journey with Him together, but it's radically shaped my life. And again, we're imperfect as an organization, but what I love is we're going to get together and we're going to figure it out together and point. So that's just what really just strikes me every time we sit down with a Freedom Rangeman.
Yeah, it's across the board. And I liked what you said, that manhood and leadership, what it means to be godly and masculine, all in the same picture, is settled here.
Yeah.
It's not up for debate. Like we know what it looks like.
Yeah.
We know what leadership looks like.
Yeah.
We know all of those things. We're not having those discussions internally. We're not debating on if it's necessary
Yep.
for girls to be involved in trail life.
Yeah.
Like that, men need this place, boys
do.
need this place. And the product and the result are guys like, we're talking about you like you're not here. Like,
but the seeds, I think part of it is like you already get to see some of the fruit, but we also know that this is not the end product. The end product is how he will be a husband in his marriage,
right?
The way that he will be a father someday to his own kids and for his grandkids. So this is where that generational stuff, where this will continue to bear fruit in his life.
Yeah, finish well.
Yeah,
like,
right,
all the way.
Right,
88.
Yeah, like keep going, and I think that's that's the beauty. I think AJ and again, I think lots of people shy away from seeing kind of those tangible results because we don't want to pat ourselves on our back, but but we're very grateful that God has given us a model. We find it in Scripture about the beauty. I think of Ecclesiastes, where about one thread versus two threads. And so part of that is like trail life embodies these biblical truths and principles, and I think we get to see like it works.
It's all throughout the badge work. It's all throughout the program.
Right.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it's awesome. So that's just what strikes me. And I think just as our listeners, like this isn't like part of that's not just promoting our program. Like this is more than a program for us. And again, it's great to sit down, AJ, with Freedom Rangemen who've worked through the program, have gone through the program, and I am so impressed, Kelly, the more I interact with you all. So
well, thank you.
It's interesting. I think there's a lot of focus in our culture on men's ministry, men's ministry, men's ministry,
Yep.
men's ministry. But a lot of times men's ministry starts at age 5.
yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah,
Yep.
men's ministry starts at age 5. And the boys who are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14 are the men who are going to fill up churches.
Yep.
10 years from now, 20 years from now.
If they show up.
If they show up.
If something doesn't change, that's if they show up.
That's right.
And I think to your point, like we need to start rethinking what we believe about how masculinity is formed. I would say at some level the church at some level has been missing how we have compartmentalized things, that somehow youth are the future no, it is now. Like we have to do that now and understand that. And you're right. We've talked about like our trail life and our men's ministry starts at the age of 5. That's when we need to begin that process.
You talked about forming, and men are being formed.
Yep.
And the result will be what they were formed in.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
AJ, I want to give you a shot.
Oh, we're not done with you yet.
No. I want to give you a shot on 60 seconds, anything God lays on your heart, to the 9-year-old boy who's thinking about anything God lays on your heart, anything you feel led to say, or anything that you think about all the time.
Or what would you say to the 9-year-old AJ?
Oh, that's good. I like that.
I don't know if I want to think back that far.
Dude, it's not that far. Like I remember, like it's been a long
not that
time.
far. I don't know if I want to think about me back then. Don't be afraid of the challenge. Whether it's outdoor adventure, whether it's life in general. You know, life isn't easy. We have a Father who cares about us. He created us. He sustains us. He'll bring us to himself someday in heaven. And so everything here on earth leads up to that. So just live your life according to his word, and don't be afraid of trying new things, whether it's an outdoor adventure that you're not sure about. I mean, there's plenty of guys who are like, man, I don't know if I like camping or not. Go try it. You know, go on a backpacking adventure. Go even just on a camp out with your family or your friends or your troop, and get out in God's creation and see what he's created and enjoy it. See if you like it, and, you know, just enjoy what God has put before you in whatever vocation he's given you.
That's awesome, AJ.
Mr. Bro Man.
Hey, AJ, this has been wonderful, man. It really has. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
All right, so we'll be back 4 minutes. We'll be back with one of the other main session speakers here, Daryl
Patterson.
Yeah, that's right. I was thinking his last name. So Daryl Patterson, join us back in about 4 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.